You think I look like Jeffrey Dahmer?
You're giving me that vibe.
I nearly got cancelled for sniffing David Beckham.
You watched the game, obviously, sitting there in your living room with your little Arsenal jersey on and your wee Arsenal scarf wrapped round you with your husband sitting there with his full kit on the couch like a little freak. But Arsenal are minging right now, aren't they?
I don't think they're going to win the Champions League this time.
You don't think? No.
She's going to win the league.
Yeah.
They lost her on a free.
Preferably, we would love to play Manchester United because then you get a new opponent. Now, you know Arsenal, maybe we can start building a plan how to beat them. Everybody said, they're chanceless. They will lose every game 5-0.
Yeah.
And look at us now.
I could be like dead serious that I'm going to do something. She's like, no, let's do this. And I'm like, yeah, I'll do that.
We're not shy to say that ambition is to get promoted.
I literally message my tattoo guy about probably every 2 weeks and just say, book me in.
You've definitely not got Rusha's name, is that? Or...
I've not got it yet, but I would never say
Never say never.
I
Never
like
say never.
that. Georgia Stanway will leave Bayern Munich. Is she going to Arsenal?
Yeah.
Alisha Lehmann, welcome back to the WSL!
Yeah.
Hello, how you doing? And welcome to the Kickback. My name's Shebahn Aherne, joined by my evil twin sister, the red-carded Ruesha Littlejohn. Coming up for you on the show today, Leuven manager Arno Van Den Abbeel will be with us to discuss qualifying for the knockout phase of the Champions League on their European debut. Plus, Newcastle's Elysia Boddy, Shania, Hayles and Cataldo will be with us to discuss their season so far and training under the new manager Tanya Oxtoby. And the latest transfer updates all right here, thanks to the one and only, the incomparable Soccer Donna is here. So stay tuned for all that and much, much more on the way on the Kickback. Please like, please subscribe, please get in the comments. We're all feeling a bit throaty.
Yeah. I'm not
delicate in the old throat.
feeling so great. And I've been off the gear for about 3 weeks now. And my body, I think, is going into shutdown mode. It's like, why are you being so healthy? Like, my recovery's a I've got a... Look at that. Cameras, can you see? I'm just going to look this way.
Guys, no, go up and look down the barrel of camera 5. You need to catch. No, you need to go closer. Guys, zoom in.
They're zooming in. That is what I'm doing with.
See that?
I've had it for a week now.
Can somebody just bring in some sunglasses, please? Because I need to look at that.
Yeah. I keep catching myself and I'm like, oh.
It's not great.
And today,
it's been
I was
going
looking
on.
horrific that I've actually came to the conclusion that I thought, I'll try and fix my hair and try and take the attention off the eye. That's how stinking I'm feeling.
Yeah. But don't worry about it. Some days, I think January's a tough month to be feeling yourself.
Yeah, but that's hard. I came back from holiday with a tan, looking well. Hair was a bit lighter, but boom, like that. It's like God said, I'm going to bring you back down a pedal or two. Do you know what I mean?
You were feeling your vibe,
not anymore. Yeah, ugly. So, yeah.
Well, this is funny. So I was doing dry January, training for a marathon, and I have been going really strong. Haven't been feeling well for 21 days, right? 21 full days. I've been like, I feel rough. Not been drinking, everything like that. Last night, 2 glasses of wine. First morning I've woken up and not had a sore throat.
You had a glass of wine,
and went and ran 5 miles.
You had a glass of wine.
I didn't drink it. It was rubbish. It was acidic. It turned. It wasn't good.
Right, okay.
But, I mean, last night's wine was lovely. I actually offered to give Jade a bottle today because it's low calorie, but it's also good stuff. And she didn't accept it.
She said that to me. She said I declined. I thought there's no point in having it in the house. Although we've got bottles in the house that are just kind of like decorations right now. But I'm going strong.
Are you missing it? Like, do you miss it?
I would love like a glass of red at times. The other day when it was, I can't remember what I was doing. I was like, oh, a pint of freezing cold cider would be absolutely delicious. But I'm not going to crumble. I'm going to keep going.
And you're going for 6 weeks?
Yes.
That's a long time.
Say your prayers, Cassie.
I know.
Say your prayers.
Do me a favour.
You're giving me like Dahmer vibes. I don't know why. I didn't even watch the whole Dahmer documentary.
What,
but
this
I think it's the
giving you
print.
Jeffrey
There's
Dahmer?
something. Was there something in it?
You think I look like Jeffrey Dahmer?
You're giving me that vibe today. Sorry. Continue.
Okay. Well, take that as a compliment.
People like him. People dig him.
Do you know what you remind me of?
What?
Right.
Oh no.
Got to be careful.
Oh.
But you know the Orthodox Jews when they wear the hat and they've got the curls? That's what... That's your vibe.
You see me at Heathrow in a minute. A trolley.
That is so your vibe right now.
I actually quite like my hair. But I know what you mean, but I do have naturally curly pubes.
let's crack on before we get
Get
cancelled.
cancelled.
Absolutely.
Uh-huh.
I nearly got cancelled for sniffing David Beckham.
I don't think you had to do an apology, but then you said
the apology wasn't real.
Right,
Obviously, I'm not sorry for
well,
that.
I read it and thought it was real, so I was like,
But did you read the David Beckham thing and think that was real? I wasn't sitting in the train
you
home.
sniffed your arm. Maybe you shouldn't have hashtag Brooklyn Beckham. Maybe you should have
That
just
was the
hashtag
point.
David.
The thread
Right.
was my story about David Beckham.
Yeah.
There was a thread going around, so I added to the thread.
Mm-hmm.
What
Well,
can
you blew it, didn't you? You're lucky
I
I've not lost your
probably-
job.
I know. I'll definitely have lost it by the time this conversation's finished today. Right, let's talk about the cup game last night.
Right.
So,
There was two of them, Cassie.
Yes, so into the final.
Yes.
It's Chelsea and Manchester United. Manchester United's first time in the League FA Cup final. This is their first final in that. I have to say, credit to the job that Mark Skinner's doing. I know he's getting support and he's definitely getting investment and backing, but they play good football. Arsenal down to 10 players. Thoughts, please?
You watched the game, obviously, sitting there in your living room with your little Arsenal jersey on and your wee Arsenal scarf wrapped around you with your husband sitting there with his full kit on the couch like a little freak. How did you find the game?
Olivia Smith gets sent off for a second yellow. And things obviously change. Man United, obviously, we saw them play each other a couple of weekends ago, and United went down to 10 players and Arsenal couldn't win,
Yeah.
you know? So I think they're really levelling out now. What I take away from that is, again, it sounds negative towards Arsenal, it's just how much the bar is raising in the Women's Super League, you know, and all of these teams are now really starting to compete what were once with the top dog, who have got a rough fixture list ahead of them. Olivia Smith, her going off, obviously changed things. And I don't know, I wasn't blown away by Arsenal. Man United were the better team, and then obviously they had the player advantage.
Sorry,
as well.
Arsenal couldn't capitalise when Man United went down to 10. Mind it ended up a draw in that game, in the league.
It was Arsenal, Man United. Yeah, no.
That's what I'm saying. But obviously, United have managed to hold on and capitalise on having a player advantage.
Yeah.
But it's not that. I've seen a few things about the Olivia Smith sending off, and I'm a bit like, she thought she's getting the ball, she's missed time, that it's not the end of the world. I think she was quite upset after it too. And I'm thinking, honey, let it go. Happens.
Yeah.
You're not killed anyone. And it's like, it's her
part
first
of
time she's
football.
been sent off for Arsenal. I don't know about her career, but I'm like, it's one of those, like, it's not the end of the world. So I hope she doesn't get too much stick for it. You live and learn, but even that, I'm like, learn. You missed time, one of your tackles and got another yellow. Yes, you might go, she wasn't intentionally going to do that.
Yeah.
But Arsenal are minging right now, aren't they? Will you just say that?
Yeah, I think you'll definitely offend a few people, but
Sorry,
everyone's
Arsenal
so
fans.
easily offended.
Yeah.
That's the thing with Olivia Smith. When I saw our Insta story this morning, you know, I'm sorry about that last night, Gunners. I'm like, you just don't have to apologise.
Yeah.
You know, it is part of football. You've been sent off. It is something that happens in football. But I think there is this, you know, she is young, isn't she?
Yeah.
She's a younger player, and I think that probably hurt her feelings.
Yeah.
The fact that she's found herself sent off. You're not a bad person. You've not done anything wrong. It's the rules of the game. You got a second yellow. Whatever, you move on, you know.
Hopefully she gets punished further.
I think we're looking at a lifetime ban, Olivia.
Did you see, who does he play for? And it's his third defence with the FA.
Oh my God,
And-
Osmajic Militin?
Yes.
He's crazy.
He maybe has some anger issues. I think he's maybe got something where he needs to learn to control his anger, where he does flip. I feel like I've got a bit of that in me, but I think he is really setting the bar high with the suspensions and the physical assault on the pitch. He's really nailing that one.
He's a bad egg, is Militic. And I think Paul Heckenbottom said that with this now 3-match suspension added in, it's 20 games.
20 games, yeah. 20 games. Yeah.
He's up there with you, Cass.
Oh no, I think he's holding. He's got a good few ahead of me.
He's streaks ahead. Yeah.
I did get something stupid like a 90-day worldwide ban in there somewhere too. I wasn't even allowed to go training.
Why? What?
The FA gave me a ban.
You're
A big, yeah. Couldn't even go training with a team.
So what did you do in that?
Nothing. Just sat eating pies in the kitchen.
Tell you something, you weren't doing your hair.
That's enough. That's enough now. You're sitting there with your foot care that you've probably bought from India It's not even yours, and you're fooling
Actually,
no one.
it is. And they strip it and then they make it the colour that you want and then you put it in your hair.
That's not even your real colour.
Well, I paid for it. So,
honestly,
okay.
Dammer, he's looking for his shirt back. If you can ship that over to
Right,
him.
we're miles off it today, Bo. I'm apologising already. Serious question.
Yes.
And funnily enough, I was having this chat recently about the fact that we have negative opinions towards Arsenal, right? Or that we feel that it's fine to have it. And I'm like, but you've got to take the rough with the smooth. I mean, Rennie's just get a new 3-year deal and she's won them the Champions League. Amazing. But the week before, you've dropped more points against 10-man Manchester United, 10-women player Manchester United. You're now out of the League Cup. I don't think they're going to win the Champions League this time.
You don't think? No, yes, they're nowhere near
But
winning it
also,
this time. Come on.
as the player conversation comes into it, and Soccer Donna will join us, I would say there is a deep-rooted issue there.
yeah.
And last night I looked at the players on the pitch, and you can make your decisions upon yourself. They put Lotta Wubben-Moy as captain, whereas there's been players on that pitch who have stepped up to be captains when Kim and Leah haven't been there. And they weren't captain, and these are the players whose contracts are up in the summer, which makes me think, are these players genuinely leaving Arsenal in the summer? What's happening? Why would they not get new contracts? Why?
Well, it looks like it. It obviously looks like that will be happening. Whether that's the right or wrong decision it's not really for me to say. Personally, in my opinion, I would probably say it's probably the wrong decision. But then, what's the whole saying about teaming cycles? There's like a 10-year cycle, and then it's like maybe sometimes time to move on. So I think for the players, they've got to look at it as a new challenge. Yes, it might hurt them if they have to leave Arsenal and they've seen that as their home for 10 years and they've had success. But if things come to an end and there's no reason why that has to be the end of their story, they can go on and really help strengthen rivals. And I think that's the way they've got to look at it. And also, I feel like it will strengthen the league too.
Yeah.
Bringing them into other good teams to just help their squads.
Yeah.
But yeah, look, football is now becoming fickle. It really is, like, especially in England. No one is guaranteed a contract anymore. You're even talking about a contract in the WSL. That's why you're seeing so many people now in the Championship. Yeah. And you're looking at some top players now that are having to drop down to the Championship because of the amount of competition, and teams now want to bring in foreign players from everywhere around the world. That's the way it's become. So it's tough. It's going to be tough for some players, but look, it's not the end of their career. Yeah. And I'd like to see how Arsenal actually go on and push on from this, because I'm like, they've got a lot of work to do now. They're going to have even more work to do.
Well, this is the thing. These Deloitte analysis that came out a week ago shows that Arsenal has generated the most revenue of any women's club in 2025 with 21.5 million. Now, a portion of that's the TV revenue, a portion of that's brand, some of that's the gates. But one thing that it doesn't cover is transfers. And come the end of the season, if it is these big dog players, McKay, Beth, Mead, whoever else is on that list that we've been discussing of Arsenal players out of contract in the summer, I look and go, well, that's a failing in your business because you're going to let these players go and strengthen your rivals and they'll get the pick of the bunch. These players, let's just focus, say, on Beth Mead. She can go probably wherever she wants and strengthen a rival. And you're not in that position in the league to allow those players to do that. But also, if you're not being focused on a business revenue, that you're losing these players on free transfers. Like, if I'm making that decision, I'd be saying now, I need to get these players out and make some sort of a fee, but they're not. They don't seem to be run that way. Obviously, they're flying, they're doing well revenue-wise, but transfers aren't considered. Whereas I think it should be if football's going to go in the right direction.
But also players don't need to go. If a player wants to stay and see out their contract, they can. And I think fans forget that. I've seen a few tweets about the Beth thing that came out on a channel when they're basically saying London City wanted Beth in the summer and she declined. Right. And people go nuts about that. And I'm like, but if she wanted to stay, that was up to her to stay. Yeah. She didn't
She
have
has a
to go.
contract.
Therefore now she will go on a free. Yeah. But then I'm like, well,
therefore,
it's the same as the players all that are coming up. I'm like,
that's a lose-lose for Arsenal.
It is, but it's also the business. They maybe shouldn't let it go to a year. That's why you've got players in the men's game that are constantly signing contracts.
Look at Viv.
A year and a half before they're
done. Look at Viv Miedema and the way that she left Arsenal. She's going to win the league.
Yeah.
They lost her on a free.
Women's teams right now, though, are absolutely shocking at doing business. And I mean,
bad business.
Look at the Championship. It's an absolute shambles. It's a shambles. and it's becoming a business now, and that's fine. But talk about business when you're signing players, you're re-signing players when the season is done. They're out of contract, they're finished because you've not re-signed them already, and you've let it run down. You've maybe saved yourself a month's salary, if that. Some of them might re-sign before that, but they're just happy to let their business go so sloppy, and it's like, all right, well, who can we get? But the thing is, everyone wants to play in England now, so they will always get players. It will always be done, so clubs can get away with absolutely taking the It's a shambles. Like, so many teams in the Championship, the business is shocking. It's so poorly dealt with.
Join us now to discuss their historic qualification for the knockout stage of the Champions League is OH Leuven manager Arno Van Den Abbeel. Arno, it's good to see you in the wall. How are you, my friend?
I'm good. How are you, Shebahn?
I'm very well, thanks. Good to see you. And this is my bad, evil twin sister, Rusha. Arno's my new best friend in football. He doesn't know it yet.
Nice. Nice to meet you too, and welcome in my kitchen.
Thank you for having us, and thanks for making the time. Here we are then, February. You'll be back seeing Arsenal once again. Did you want the other side of the draw, considering you faced them on the last day of the league phase?
Yeah, preferably we would love to play Manchester United, because then you get a new opponent, maybe something different. And on the other hand, now you know Arsenal, maybe we can start building a plan how to beat them, and they are not unbeatable as seen yesterday or the day before yesterday. No, yesterday, where they lost Manchester United. So yeah, in football you always have a chance. So let's see what we'll make of it.
What did you make of the first time you and your team being in this competition? What's the experience been like with you and the women?
Yeah, for us it was all new, and yeah, we took it step by step, game per game. And I think we started believing after the first game, where we equalized against Perry FC, and we felt that we could even beat them in the last minutes. From there on, the belief started growing, and I think that was the biggest part of the challenge, was explaining my players that they were on their place at that level, and they could mean something in this league phase. And I think that's our main experience, is that we took maturity, we took confidence, we built it step by step, and I think with that the results followed. Sometimes maybe with some luck, because I think there were games we could have lost as well. But in the end, yeah, luck you need sometimes in football, and maybe it's something you give yourself by just working hard and trying to perform. No, but now I think they know that they have their place at this level, and that they can win from everybody, or that they can take a result against everybody, and that gives me confidence that we are not chanceless against Arsenal.
Arno, how do you find preparing for Champions League games? Obviously, playing in the Belgium League, it's obviously strengthening. How do you find that the team and yourself have to then adapt to playing against so-called better opposition?
Yeah, it was a lot different. First of all, of course, the workload, it goes ×2 if you're playing Champions League. The games follow so shortly, and there is so much information that you got to filter. But then again, you play against the best teams of Europe, against the best managers of Europe. So it challenges you. And as you say, it took us out of our comfort zone, because in Belgian competition, most of the time we play dominant football. Most of the time, if I can make the comparison, we are the Barcelona and they are the Leuven. But now the roles were inverse, and we had to reinvent ourselves. We had to focus more on defending, focus more on transitioning, accepting that we were the underdog, that we weren't a better team. But it learned us a lot about ourselves, and also that we also can be that team that plays in that way.
Also, as for Louven now, obviously you're doing very well in the competition. That essentially is a shop window for all the players. How will you find holding on to the squad now? I'm sure there'll be teams sniffing about a few players.
Yeah, so far so good. I think everybody feels good in Leuven and the journey we're taking at the moment. But of course, there's a lot of sniffing going on, and I know my players are are really well in the market right now. But I think the board, the club, already said that we want to keep the team together until the summer. And then I think in the summer, obviously, some of them will take a next step like we always do. And maybe the interests will be bigger this year. But I hope and I don't expect winter transfers, not from players who we want to stay. So I think there will not move a lot, and maybe we ourselves can look for some reinforcements. But I don't expect a big window for Leuven in this winter.
You certainly put Leuven on the map in women's football. A lot of people over here, maybe going into the competition, had written you off from the outset. You know, the fact that you've made it now to this stage of the competition is incredible. Can we ask more about your story, Arno? What was the journey for you to becoming the Leuven manager?
Wow, that's a long story. You have some time?
Yeah, go for it.
Well, I started at a quite young age. I worked for the Belgian FA. I was 25 when I started my first job there. And when I was 27, 28, I got into elite development projects with the FA, where we had school projects of talented boys, girls who were trained in elite soccer schools, where they combined education with football. And in 2017, the federation decided to centralize one of these schools in Leuven and to make it become like a talent hub for all talented girls in Flanders. And I got the lead of that project. And in that way, I got in touch with women's football. A lot of these girls were playing at OH Leuven. And at the moment where they came in, they were like 14, 15 years old. Like Hannah Erlings, Gilles Janssens, Amber Tiziak. They were all players who were in elite soccer schools in Belgium. And at the moment when they were 17, 18, they transitioned to first team, of course, in the clubs. And then, the federation decided to start a bit of a collaboration with the club. And in that way, I became a sort of transition coach between the Belgian FA and the club. And then eventually that grew into a role as an assistant coach. And then, last year it grew into the role of head coach when Jimmy left the club. And I stopped my job at the federation and I focused on only coaching. That's how I rolled into women's football and into the club. And before that, I always have been coaching. I was a national team coach of Belgian under 15 boys. So I had experience at the highest level, but maybe for some of you or in Europe, I was a new name. But in the end, I was already 15 years a coach. I worked very closely with Roberto Martinez when he was in Belgium. I was a big fan of him. He was a big fan of me, and we worked closely together. And in that way, I grew into high performance coaching, and he inspired me, and I took the jump and I became a head coach at a club. And I didn't feel sorry for one moment.
Yeah. And is it right then, Arno, when you took over at the Leuven job, that was the first time they'd won the league last season? Yeah,
so it was already a big project for 6 years where we were closing the gap with our direct competitors, Anderlecht. And we invested a lot as a club, but we always finished second. One time third, we lost the cup final. And then, last year they asked me, okay, the coach is leaving, you want to take over? We'll give you 3 years to build something. I said, no, I think a lot of has already been built and I just want to go for it. And then I think on the last game, we won against Anderlecht and we took the title for the first time in the history of the club, after Anderlecht won it 7 times in a row. And that started it started a bit of a roller coaster also for me, but also for the club. We jumped into the Champions League. Everybody said, they're chanceless. They will lose every game 5-0.
Yeah.
And look at us now.
Brilliant.
Arno, would you see yourself staying in Belgium, or is there any ambitions of maybe going abroad anywhere? I think a lot of coaches these days are wanting to be in England. Is that anything on your wish list?
I have ambitions, and I also feel that I'm curious about the next level. For me, then I think I invested a lot of years in developing young players, in making them grow, in bringing them to the highest level, and now bringing them to results. I think it's also time to think about myself and maybe seeing where my level is. Of course, the Women's Super League is a big competition. I follow it. Everybody follows it. But yeah, maybe Germany, maybe Spain. I don't know, but I'm definitely open to speak. But I don't necessarily need to leave. I'm good in Leuven as well. I'm having a good time. I work in a good environment with a good staff in a good club. But yeah, I've seen a next level now. I tasted from the Champions League. I've tasted from that level now, and it makes me curious to what I can achieve more.
Good to hear. You're back in England soon, obviously, for the next step of the Champions League against Arsenal. Like you say, when we started talking, you've had that opportunity now to suss them out. Do you and the girls think you can get at them and maybe progress to the next step of the competition?
Yeah, you always have to believe. If you don't believe, you can't achieve anything. So that's the basis. You have to believe that there's a chance. And I think there were moments in that game at home where I felt we were playing along. We could create opportunities. I think we were a bit not surprised, but they took us a bit on individual quality as well. It's a strong team, but they made some fantastic goals. But I think what we learned and what we discussed a lot about now lately is that we need to be more adaptable, more flexible into mid-game changes. I think we need to recognize what's happening. There were 10,000 people in the stadium. I also learned that my role as a coach is very limited in such games. I can speak, I can shout, but nobody hears me. So we need to prepare them for something else. And I do believe that we can make a plan to beat them. It will not be simple, and we will have to do it twice. But I don't see us chanceless because we also start at home. I think that's maybe a bit of an advantage.
Yeah.
That we can play for our own crowd to start with, and then maybe take what we still have in the second game. But of course, and you talked about it as well, if you see the budget of Arsenal and you compare it with the budget and the level of players in Leuven, that difference is immense, of course. But in football, everything is possible, and we'll see what we can make of it.
Yeah. Well, listen, we're looking forward to it. Thank you so much for your time, Arno. Keep going strong. It was lovely to follow the journey so far in the Champions League, and I've never come across a team in all of my time who speaks so highly of the manager in all of their interviews. So that's a testament to you. Keep going strong, and we'll see you again soon.
Thank you.
Thank you, Arno. Take care of yourself. Joining us now to chat all things WSL2. You're in for a treat. We've got Newcastle's finest, Elysia, Boddy, Shania, Hayles and Leah Cataldo with us now. Hello, ladies. Thank you so much for taking the time to be with us.
Hi, thanks for having us.
Right,
thank you for having us.
How are we going to do this? Because this is so many faces on the screen.
Have you not got training today or anything?
Yeah,
no.
What are you doing?
No, we've got an off day today.
Off day. I'll let you off.
I know, why don't we put our hand up to speak?
Yeah,
right, okay.
That's a very good idea. Well, we'll start with you then, because you put your hand up first in class. How's everything going? I mean, are you enjoying the Newcastle experience?
Yeah, it's class. It's probably been my favourite club that I've been at, especially in the last couple of years. Just the club's ethos and the city, like the Geordie fans, I'm sure you have heard of. They're absolutely crazy, and they just drive us forward, really. So the project that Newcastle's on, it's just such a good journey to be a part of.
Girls, you look like you have a really, well, this is me looking at social media. I know that's not the truth of everything, but it looks like you have a really good togetherness within the squad.
Yeah, definitely. I'd say it's a special team. Like, we all get on really well. Spend a lot of time with each other outside of football because, of course, like, not many of us are from around here, which I think is a good thing to have. And yeah, it's just a really good group. I feel like we've all got the same like ambition. And yeah, we're in a really good place.
Yeah, it's great to have that kind of team atmosphere. It's nothing worse than being at a team where you can't stand each other. And I've been at a few of them. I've been at a few. Leah, how are you getting on? Obviously, you're rehabbing your Achilles. Talk to us. How did it happen and where are you at?
Yeah, I mean, it was a bit of an ongoing thing, and it sort of got to the point where, you know, I knew something wasn't right. So, you know, we got it scanned, and it came back. I got a surgery 5 weeks ago, so I'm in a big boot for a while. But, you know, I've had the clubs back in. They're looking after me. Like, we're on a good rehab program now. I'm out for the season, but, you know, I think summer's going to be really important for me to get myself in the best place ready for next year. And hopefully the girls can get the job done. And then when I come back, we'll be in the WSL.
Oh, I love it.
Oh yeah.
I love it.
You just chill for the next 6 months.
Yeah, I'll just chill.
Yeah, I'm a bit of you, Leah. Just sit back, let everyone else do the work for now, and then rock up, lift the trophy, wear the kit. Okay.
Exactly.
Shania, you're sitting there quiet in the middle. Whereas I believe you're not the quiet one.
It depends. I have to get comfortable, but yeah, when I'm comfortable, I can be a bit weird, to be honest.
We love a weirdo. That's what we look for.
Shania, how are you
We've got
getting
plenty
on?
of them in our
Obviously,
team.
played with you back in the day, and you were obviously had a lot of potential and a bright future. How do you feel that things are going for you right now?
Yeah, I think coming to Newcastle for me was a great move. I think obviously last season was good for probably me on a personal level. I think the team did well as well. Scored a lot of goals. I think this season's probably been a bit more challenging, a lot of change, but I think we're in a good position where we are right now. I think we could probably be happy as a club to just get better performances, but we're in a good position. For me personally, probably more goals definitely, but we've got the rest of the season to do that. So I'm looking forward to resetting, going again. Obviously, first game against Charlton, big game, but I think everyone's excited and we only want to go in one direction. So I think, yeah, everyone's on board with that.
Yeah, there's a massive game for you coming up at the weekend. How's the squad feeling? And do you think that it's obviously Charlton are unbeaten so far, and we all know it's a hard league to play in, but is this a massive game for you? How are you seeing it as a team right now?
I think, Charlton are obviously top of the league, unbeaten in a year. So we have to give them their respect, but I think we want to win every game. And this is a massive game, and it's one of them where we win and everyone looks at us and, do you know what I mean? We're going in that direction. So it's like, it's a game that we want to win. It's going to be difficult, but it will give us the momentum that we need to go forward into winning the next game and the next game after that, and hopefully getting promoted to WSL.
And girls, talk to us. Obviously, you've got two ancient people that have joined up with you in the summer, Aoife Mannion and Jordan Nobbs. How have they settled into the changing room?
Yeah, they've been fast, to be fair.
Oh, go on.
Oh, go on, Leah.
No, I was going to
Fight
say...
it out. Gosh, you put your hand up first.
Yeah, no, they've been great for us. Like, so good for the club. Like, they're great leaders. I think on the pitch is the main part where you see it. Like, you know, just telling you sort of what to do. Like, we've got a lot of young players. I mean, we've got a big range. But they've been great for everyone. Obviously, Liz having like Jordan in the middle with you, I'm sure that's been great for you. And they're just lovely girls
like a little
as well.
Girl, me. Every time she's like says something, I could be like dead serious that I'm gonna do something. She's like, no, let's do this, and I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll do that.
She is the goat. I mean, that's the beauty of having that experience around you. I guess you're going to learn from it or take what you can from it as well. Tell me then, Leah, is the ambition then to be promoted? Are you already thinking about when you're in the WSL, how things change then? Or is it one step at a time, just get promoted?
Yeah, no, it's a good question. I'd say for sure, like, we're not shy to say that ambition is to get promoted. And, you know, there will be a lot of change when going into the WSL, but I think that's what we're building now. So, like, it won't come as a shock when we do get there. And I think you can see that day by day since Tanya's come in. Like, she's working on what's to come, as well as now. And I think, you know, I haven't been in all the meetings and things, but as it seems like we're taking it week by week. Obviously, we've got Charlton to focus on this week. The game against Birmingham got cancelled. But, you know, since she's come in, we've had 3 wins, I think it is. We played Southampton, Portsmouth, got some good results there. And then I think we played West Ham, which was a good game to see where we're at. I thought we gave them a really good game. I don't think the scoreline really reflected the game. But I think, it was a good game to have to really show us where we're at and what we need to build on. So I think, that's where we're at now, just building.
What is it that Tanya's done since coming in? What is the differences she's made for you as a team so far?
Elysia, do you want to take that one?
Go on,
let's. What I really like about Tanya is she's a good people person as well as a good coach. So she's really laid out the way that she runs things, and it is quite different to like managers we've previously had, or managers I've previously had anyways, and it is quite different, but you know what you're getting with her. So everyone understands the role, everyone understands the way that she works, and we've just got to get on board with that. And I think that creates more of like cohesion within the team, because it's not changing week to week, and she doesn't change depending on her mood or whatever. Like, it's just set, and we just crack on and we just do what she asks of us, really.
Am I right in saying, Shania, she was close with Emma Hayes, wasn't she? She
did work at Chelsea.
She worked at Chelsea, right, with Emma Hayes. I suppose she's been exposed and worked with one of the best, if not the best, that we've seen in women's football. I take it she must use a lot of those Emma Hayes type methods with you guys in training, Shania.
Yeah, definitely. Training's been class. We really work at the things we need to work on. Even as a forward, we do a lot of finishing stuff. It's very realistic to a game at the weekend. Tanya's very approachable. I've worked with her before in the past. So that was obviously a familiar face. But yeah, she's got everyone's respect. She's very honest, which I think is something needed in football. And yeah, like Liz said, we keep the team similar each week, because I think we need to build connections, which is probably something we didn't have before, which is harder. So it's nice. It's also a very competitive environment, and a competitive environment always drives standards. So having her in has been class, to be fair.
Tell us about your tattoos, Shania. I believe you're the tattooed footballer with lots of football tattoos.
You've got one of my name, don't you? Right up your forehead.
Yeah,
you should do that.
Just covered, actually. Yeah, I've got a lot. They are actually all covered. I've got my hands. You can see that a little bit. I can't even see which way the camera's going. But yeah, I have a lot. It's actually just my hobby now. I just say it's a hobby. I literally message my tattoo guy about probably every 2 weeks and just say, book me in. Just because I don't know why, I'm just obsessed. And then I'll come home. I live with Liz, so I'll be like, Liz, look at this. And I'd be like, oh, what do you think? So it's just become a bit of a hobby. But I also kind of tells different stories of different events that have gone on in my career or in my life, which is nice. So I'll add a few more, and hopefully something to do with a promotion would be nice. So.
Right, okay. So you've definitely not got Rusha's name, is that what we're...
I've not got it yet, but I'll never say never.
I like that. You should do that. You should make that, like, if you get promotion, get whatever, but you've also got Rusha in there as well.
Yeah, to be fair,
you've got my shirt number, haven't you, Shan?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got that as well. So.
She's got 99.
Oh, well, she's got my face, Leah.
Yeah, all right.
On her backside. Sorry, we went too far. Well, listen, you guys have been a joy to watch. Newcastle are certainly staking their claim, as you say. They're confident in knowing what it is they want to achieve this season. And I think, with the fan base as well that you're bringing in, should you get up to the WSL, it's certainly going to bring that element of what I think might be missing from the WSL, Elysia, and that's that grit, like that northern grit that I don't feel any teams are kind of bringing in the WSL at the moment. No offence, don't be offended, anyone.
Yeah, no, I would definitely agree. I think everyone's expecting Newcastle to be in the WSL. If it's not like this season, then it'll be next. Like, it's just expected of Newcastle, I think, because of the club that they are and how big of a club they are, especially on the men's side. I think it is just an expectation. So to be honest, I just can't wait for Newcastle to be in the WSL, because I do think, like you say, they will bring a side that isn't just the gritty side, but that is also great football played. So when you join them two together, it will create an amazing team to be in the WSL.
I think also the fan base, the Geordie fans are obviously
brilliant, massive.
They love an atmosphere. I feel like the more north you go, the fans get better. How big is the sport for you? How do you find your fan base?
I love it. even like say home games are always the best. But even away, it just feels like home. It's like they travel crazy places. You're just like, how did you even get there? But they're there. And we love that. It's like just having that 12th man. It's just, yeah, great support. And I mean, a massive thing for me was the derby. Just having that many fans there was amazing. And then just the score was it was just crazy. Like you can't imagine the feeling. It was almost like a men's game. And I think that's what Newcastle want to get to.
Yeah.
And I just think being in WSL would even attract even more, because imagine like Arsenal playing Newcastle, like everyone loves Arsenal, everyone loves the Lionesses. It's like, it would create a massive atmosphere. So I think there'd only be even more fans if we was to get promoted. But like I say, there's no better. I've played in no better fans than Newcastle fans are the best. So we love them.
Elysia, Shania, Leah, thank you so much for your time. Good luck to you lot, and hopefully we'll see you in the WSL soon next season as well. Good luck.
Good luck, girls.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you. All the
Bye,
best
bye.
to you. Take care of yourself. That's the thing about Sunderland men, is that they're flying in the Premier League, and nobody knew that they would be able to do the job that they've done in their return at the Premier League. But with them doing so well, the women get a bigger budget. Hopefully then they'll start campaigning to get up, and then you get to see those derbies in the same league.
Not always the case. Not always the case. Obviously, it depends on the club.
Quite often is the case.
I do think Newcastle definitely want to be a big women's club. They love their football. Like we've seen when Newcastle were in the Leuven.
Yeah.
Before they were even in WSL.
It's like 38,000.
They were getting massive turnouts at St James's to watch games. So they've got the fan base because Geordies love football.
Yeah.
So they've got that. So I think they're going to want to keep growing their women's team, keep pushing it. They've made some signings, and that's like a statement of intent.
Yeah.
They're going to need to keep strengthening if they do get promoted. But they've got ambition, I'm sure.
Yeah. How many of them have you played with? Just Shania?
Shania and Leah.
You played with Leah as well?
Yeah, Leicester. Back in the day.
Oh,
yeah.
wow. God, it's a small world,
It's funny because they're all babies still.
Yeah.
Like they're all so young. They've got like years ahead of them in the game. So good luck to them all. But they've all got so much potential. So they've got bright futures ahead of them, all of them. Yeah.
Good. None of them asking for you?
Nah, probably not, no.
Great. Well, good luck to Newcastle women. Thank you so much for them making the time to come on the show. We love that. By the way, if you're watching this and you would like any of the members of your team to come on the show, we'll happily have them. Some people go, I get little messages, how come you weren't talking good about us the other day? I'm like, because you've given us F all.
In fairness, you've got to, like, when it comes to Arsenal, they're one of the biggest clubs.
Give us Elysia Russo.
They've got a big fan base.
Blow smoke up your arse.
You have to speak about them.
Yeah, I know.
That's what happens with football, though, when you're such a big club and you are doing massive things. When things go wrong, it has to be addressed.
Absolutely. I completely agree with you on that.
Or else there's nothing to talk about, really, is there?
Nada, really.
So really, it's actually a compliment.
It is a compliment because we're talking about you.
Yeah.
As they say,
Yeah.
someone's talking about you. It's a good thing, right?
All press, no press.
All press
No
is good
press
press.
is bad press.
What?
I know press is bad press. All press is good press.
All
Something
press
like
is
that.
good
What is
press.
it? Yeah.
Not no press
Even if
is
it's
bad
bad.
press.
Well, bad press is good press.
Right.
Isn't it?
Okay.
Swing it to your advantage.
It's very, very true. You control the narrative.
That's it.
And finally, it's time for a transfer update with our good friend of the show, Soccer Donna. Laura, back with us through the window. My friend, will we have a lot to catch up on?
Yes.
We
How are
do.
you? Did you miss me?
I
2
did.
weeks or what has been?
I texted you last night.
Yeah, you did.
Let's start
Hi.
with the recent update that we had literally when you finished the show with us last time. Georgia Stanway will leave Bayern Munich. Is she going to Arsenal?
Yeah.
Yeah? Oh,
Interesting.
wow. Okay.
It makes sense.
The rumors are out. I can't even deny it anymore. I think there's been a lot of speculation. Yeah, I've heard nothing else. No other club. Of course, they are all trying to chime in and get her, but I think, how do I say this? I think Arsenal have been smarter this time around compared to with the Kira Walsh deal. That's all I'm going to say.
They're not going to be robbed this time. They're not going to be hijacked by Chelsea. Fair enough.
Exactly.
Do you know, I love it. I love Georgia Stanway. I think obviously she's a quality player, but I think it's a little bit of that Arsenal needs.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of, she's tough.
Yeah.
She's tough player. I like that.
Yeah, I think she'll slot right into that Arsenal midfield and She's obviously a clever player too, but she's happy to do the dirty work.
Yeah.
She's a real number 8, box-to-box midfielder, and she's happy to just give that bit of steel that sometimes Arsenal might be missing. Okay.
Good.
Yeah,
All right,
I
so we
think
all
they
agree
need her,
on
I
that
agree.
then. Very good.
Yeah.
Talk to us then about the transfers we saw this week. Obviously, Denise Sullivan to Liverpool started off on a high note for her.
Yeah, I watched the game. I think Liverpool, they have been really, really good in their recruitment. I think that's what they need. I think they have signed the likes of Denise O'Sullivan to prevent going down to the WSL2. I think she is I love to see her back in the WSL. I think she is a very, very good addition, and a club like Liverpool will fit her playing style. That's what I believe. And she's off to a very good start. Already scored a goal. So what more can you want, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there anything else about Liverpool? Obviously, they've brought in Denise and Martha Thomas from Spurs on loan. Obviously, I know Denise very well, great player, and getting her. I'm interested to see where they actually play her. Will they play her more deeper, or will they allow her to be in the pockets? Because she is unbelievable in the pockets, getting on that half turn and creating things. That's one of her biggest strengths. But Liverpool also have to bring in more players if they really want to get promoted, because I don't think they can put that pressure on just bringing in 2 players and expect miracles.
Do you mean stay up if Liverpool stay up?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Surely there's more business there being done.
Rusha, you have got your numbers wrong. They've already signed more than 2. They have signed a goalkeeper on loan, and Josendal, I think her name is, who's a left winger. So they've been quite busy. I don't think that's the end of it, though. To answer your question, I think they will recruit. I can't talk today. They will recruit more to prevent not to prevent going down, but to enhance their chances of getting more points than West Ham or Leicester, so to say. Oh, there's my cat.
I was gonna
having a
say,
good scratch.
he's having fun over there in the
She's very chatty, yeah.
in the city over
So,
there.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Alisha Lehmann to Leicester. Talk to me.
Yeah, it's already done. Did you miss it?
I mean, I know what I know.
Oh, is the announcement to
They've
be done?
announced it.
Yeah,
When?
half an hour ago.
I know.
Oh, we've just
yeah.
been in the studio and put our phones on. Okay,
Yeah.
so Alisha Lehmann, welcome back to the WSL.
Yeah. Contract running until 2028, so 1.5, I can't do math. Contract running until 2028, summer 2028, permanent deal, no loan. That was kind of in the air in the beginning, but no, not a loan. She's back permanently.
Brilliant.
Which, yeah, I think it's good for Leicester, definitely.
Okay, before we let you go, any names floating around this week that we need to be aware of, or any clubs making big moves?
Come on, Laura, there's got to be
Come on,
some
Laura.
drama. There's so many people out of contract. Something has to move.
Dig
Something's
deep
got to
for
happen.
us.
Come on.
Come on, Laura.
You know, I can't really top my Leah Velti just bomb last time. So, what clubs to look out for? Oh gosh,
Is it Arsenal?
Maybe.
Laura, you can't
Maybe
keep toying
not.
with
I
my
will
emotions.
know.
What about Trinity
it's-
Rodman? Is there any more speculation, or is that just going to be a summertime thing if that happens?
Well, there's so much I could talk to you about that, but not in public.
Oh, gosh. You little
yes.
tease. You treat us like those cats
You was
treat
gonna
that
say
mouse.
something else. No, I think there have been talks. That's what I know. I think that's what everybody knows. And what can I say? She is expecting certain things that not all clubs are willing to offer. Let me put it like that.
Okay, great. We will talk further again then next week on this, Laura.
Yes.
We'll know more.
Yes.
By then,
Yes, I will know more.
Soccer Donna, follow her if you don't already. As ever, thank you so much. Have fun with the cats.
Cheers, Laura.
Thank you.
Hi, Laura,
Bye,
Soccer
girl.
Donna, as we best know her. Rush, we'll see you again next week. Till then, take care of your burnet and hope you get your eyes sorted. And hope you get back on the pitch soon as well.
Thank you, Cassie.
Lovely stuff. What a great show today. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Get in the comments. Let us know your thoughts. And we will see you again next week. Bye-bye.